Hello and welcome back to Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon, and this will be my last episode until version 1 comes out, that is. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I think, well, you can't continue a save, you've got to start a new one. So instantly I'm like, I got to do all this over again, which is so bad because, you know, it's kind of fun, right? But still, that's going to put me behind a little bit, for sure. So I think what I'll probably do is start over off camera, build myself back up to where I currently sort of am-ish kind of thing, and then try and carry on once we essentially finish this area and go up through the north gates here. The problem is I don't know whether there's going to be lots of new quests and stuff down here in the Horns of the South when version 1 comes out, or whether it's just going to be essentially what we have now. I guess we'll find out, won't we? But yeah. We've got mostly just quests and stuff to hand in, and then whatever kind of comes as a result of that. So...
I figured it out! I figured it out!
What?
The mistletoe! Oh, how could I have been so blind this whole time? It's obvious, don't you see?
Please explain.
They weren't laughing at me, do you see? They were telling me to embrace the part that I play in the world. The part that we all play in the world. Listen, mistletoe was their sacred plant, right? We know it's a parasite, and in extreme situations, can even kill the tree on which it grows. Why would you worship a parasite? I finally got it. They realized that if everything goes well, it has minimal effect on the tree. Sometimes it's even able to give something back. Even better, it's evergreen, so birds can feed off it in winter. And even though it's poisonous to humans, druids were able to make medicine out of its fruits. Do you see?
Nope.
It's so obvious that it's no wonder the answer eluded us all. It's not about the mystical arts, the scrolls, or the rituals. That's all smoke and mirrors. It's about observing nature and drawing the right conclusions. Mistletoe feeds off the tree, but it doesn't just take. It gives back, just like we all do. We always take from something. The trick is to give back more than we take. That's meant to be our role in the world.
Okay. That's a bit depressing. Why is that depressing? That's not depressing. That's fine. It makes sense.
It's about understanding our place in the world as parasites, but useful ones. There's no more knowledge to gain besides what's already here. The trick is, we need to learn to see it. Ah, this is my new quest. Thank you for initiating this discovery.
Okay. Fine. The Cromlech is safe.
There goes another chance to join the guild. I really thought that scroll would be my way in. Instead, it just caused a mess I couldn't even clean up myself. Anyway, what happened back there?
There was an angry dryad trapped in the
now
Cromlech.
that's just fantastic. Another discovery slipped right through my fingers. I guess I'm doomed to stay here, curing hangovers for the rest of my days.
Maybe I'll finally be able to unwind a little.
I think you may have a bit of the Red Death.
I think it has a meaning, and I might be getting closer to grasping it.
What guild were you talking about?
The Alchemists Guild, of course. Though it's more of a secret society than an actual guild. And I probably shouldn't be telling you this. But who cares? Taranis is probably right. I'm just not cut out for it. They'll never recruit me, so why bother trying?
Okay. Taranis, I've met him.
He's still trying to kill that monster of his, isn't he? I almost wish someone would knock him down a peg by stealing the kill right out from under his nose. Even if I'm unfit for the guild, he could have been a bit nicer about it. I know that as a healer I shouldn't wish ill on others, but some people make that difficult.
I've met Taranis. I killed his Mistbearer, so he offered me membership in the guild.
Wait, you're telling me that you killed the legendary Wraith he was so desperate to hunt down to prove his worth? Ha! And who's unfit for the guild now, Taranis? I apologize, that was uncalled for. As a healer, I shouldn't laugh at the misfortune of others. But I am only human.
For now.
Congratulations, by the way. Whether you accepted it or not, it's an honor. One I'm only a tiny bit jealous of.
Yeah, okay. You look like you're in dire need of sleep.
I don't dream about anything anymore, so sleep feels like a waste of precious time. Fortunately, back in Camelot, I found a mix of remedies that can keep me awake for a whole week. It was quite popular in our study group.
Care to share?
Oh, no, every physician needs his secrets. But I can sell you some if you promise not to tell any of the higher-ups.
Why wouldn't you want the leadership to know?
There are side effects.
Oh, gosh.
You won't fall asleep for a while, but the moment you do, well, you'll feel like you died and came back to life, only to die again. So you either take the next dose or endure it. I can endure it because I don't have a post to attend to. But our brave soldiers, well, that'd be risky.
And if I do tell someone?
I already trust my word. I'll be sure to deny everything. Moreover, I'm in the position to raise my prices or to refuse to sell you medicine, whichever suits my mood. I'm honestly quite offended you're even asking.
All right. Let's have a look. So what is it called then? Oh, whatever it is, that doesn't appear to be here. Although I can buy some of his books. And then read them to get all the recipes. And then sell them back to him. At a massive loss, of course. Anyway, our next mission is from Captain Brummy. He's given us a seal to enter Sewal's tomb. Now, Sewal's tomb is basically the druids sealed it. They sunk this entire village, although just even the water has receded to some extent. Now full of monsters and bad guys, however. Sewal's tomb was sealed and flooded in order to cover up something that Camelot had done. Or so we're told, at least, anyway. Captain Brummy says that basically we're going to be under no doubt or illusion about the corruption and deprivation of Camelot when we see what they've done in here. Well, I mean, I am no doubt already how depraved Camelot is. Like I said before, there's someone that told us that every now and again they just resurrect King Arthur and trot him out to restore order. See if we get anything new out of those books, but it doesn't appear so. Couple of locked chests, though. Red priest robes. Silk fiber. Death himself, by the looks of it. Now, we got multiple routes here because the actual marker is down there. Looks like we can do a little sneaking here, see if we can get a drop on these guys. As it looks like they are all facing the other way. They're not going to know what hit them. Okay, that did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Okay, let's try fire. Ice. More of a shotgun, that one, anyway. Okay. So, maybe, maybe not then. I feel very unsatisfied right now. That should have done some damage. Still, Can't even turn them into cheese, guys. Well. It would appear these undead fellas are entirely indestructible. They look like they used to be knights, or maybe something of Camelot, and they've just been here frustrating this statue. Interesting. The seal.
I remember it, although my memory is still clouded.
Tell me what you remember.
I was here with Merlin. We had a disagreement about something important. It was here that the idea of how to end the war with the Foredwellers first took shape. But what happened next is still unclear. I don't remember, and yet I know it had something to do with Sewal, a place of his eternal rest. But something is wrong. It doesn't feel like a tomb. Be cautious.
All right. I will do just that. I have at my command the powers of fire and ice. Whatever vermin shall erupt from this forsaken place will be either burnt or scorched in ice. And this looks concerning. It's the medieval equivalent of the Matrix? What the fuck is going on here?
You are not him. You are different.
Oh god, it's talking to me. Who are you?
I am Sewal Firstfoot, the one who scouted the land before the traitor Arthur set foot on it.
Interesting. Traitor. Traitor?
I was loyal. I was devoted. Arthur wanted more. Arthur betrayed me.
Sewal Firstfoot, the founder of the Horns of the South.
It is my legacy. The jewel of the South. The safe haven of honorable men.
The Horns? A lot has changed.
I've been here for so long. It doesn't matter anymore.
Why did One Eye reseal your tomb?
Ariata promised me revenge. They understand what happened here. Everyone who comes here has the right to ask.
Tell me what happened
I
here.
was the most loyal of Arthur's men. I was the first to go ashore and take on any danger that might arise in this new and unfamiliar land. Then came the war. I fought by his side, shielded him with my own body. I trusted him. But Arthur wanted more. Arthur longed to possess a power equal to that of our enemies. So Merlin decided our king must first become immortal. Only then could he achieve greatness. But Merlin needed volunteers. Trusted people to go first to make sure that his methods were effective. So we wouldn't risk Arthur's life in trying to grant him immortality. They thought I had died, so they buried me.
The experiment was a success, and they didn't notice? And counted on Arthur to make sure you were dead, and he left you.
Arthur's greed and Merlin's obsession made me what I am now. Arthur should have made sure. They thought I was dead, but I heard everything.
You were just in a coma.
I know there were others after me. I know that the king didn't hesitate to do anything to achieve his goal. He experimented on all the knights, abusing their oath. He told them it was for the greater good. Their lives, our lives, meant nothing to him.
Wait, are you telling me that a king abused his power and trust of the people? Say it isn't so. Nah, that's just unheard of. That would never happen. I don't know how it's supposed to prove Camelot's treachery. Where's the betrayal? The king did what he deemed necessary to win the war. These are my two options? Wow.
Arthur doomed his people to eternal suffering. Their names forgotten. Their loyalty abused. He sacrificed the lives of the noblest of men. And this is the greatest possible betrayal.
How does One Eye want to help you?
We cannot be helped. We cannot be killed. The Dalriata promised to burn down Camelot, avenge the memory of all my brothers. Camelot was built on betrayal. People have the right to live in truth. When Camelot falls, we will finally be free. Build a new world. Let the dead leave this one.
That's a spicy bit of story right there. Shit. So all these people are failed experiments by Merlin in the pursuit of immortality for Arthur. And Arthur demanded it. Oh, I wonder what this twat in my head has got to say about that now. Let's get out of here and find out, shall we? First of all, I want to explore the rest of this tomb thing, as it were. That other half that we didn't take. Oh, hang on. Brandon.
And? What do you think?
I have no idea what I was supposed to prove. It really seems that Camelot isn't what it claims to be, and it never was. I mean, Camelot's not the problem here. Arthur is.
So, look at it this way. Sewal, the founder of the famous stronghold in the south, Archer's legendary aide and his trusted friend, in reality, meant nothing to him. I feel bad for him when I think about it, you know? 600 years spent in a tomb, fully aware. Huh? But why does it matter? Perhaps it doesn't matter to you or me, but there are people who will be shattered by it. It'll open their eyes and disprove everything they believed in until now. I couldn't come up with it if I tried. And I didn't even have to try, because it's all true. To some extent, at least.
It really seems... I don't think it's as clear-cut as you make it out to be. Yeah, I don't think it is.
Well, maybe not. But who cares what actually happened? Huh? At first glance, it's proof enough of how corrupt Camelot is. How Arthur used his most loyal friend, the founder of the Horns of the South, for his own gain. How he doomed him to eternal suffering. Who cares if it's true? Can't you see how powerful this message is? Even if it's just a fable, is it a different fable than the one we've already been told? Huh? It's definitely more powerful than all the hogwash we've been fed all these years.
Well, what now? Why did you want me to see this? The thing is, it's like, yes, it's a scandal. For sure, Arthur was a prick. Camelot is the construction of Arthur, but Arthur's not here anymore. Does an entire city and the people within deserve to be burned down because the 600-year-old king dicked about and found out? I don't know, you know? What now?
Well, now we've found ourselves in what I'd probably call a clusterfuck. And somehow, you unwittingly became the most important person in the region because your decision will change how the entire situation unfolds. You see, my boys from the horns of the south are split down the middle. Some will back me, but others won't understand what I'm trying to do. The latter, like Feargas, are the traditionalists, and they know me a little bit too well. If I come to them with this revelation, they think it were a conspiracy. But if somebody from the outside, somebody Feargas trusts, steps in and convinces him, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, okay. It looks like a conspiracy to me, too. It's a tricky one to call. Do I go along with it? I kind of feel like I should. Like, because clearly Camelot is a cesspit of just pure... Ugh. Right? That's a word. Ugh. Because let's be honest, I mean, Galahad was a complete prick. That Richard Bint from Camelot is a complete prick. And now we're learning that Arthur, who built Camelot, is a complete prick. So, sure, let's burn it down.
That's what I wanted to hear. I knew I could count on you. Go talk to Feargas, get him to visit this place. After you're done, please visit me in the shrine. I just hope Feargas shows some sense and doesn't let his pride take over.
Well, we'll see, won't we? We will see. But yeah, I like the spice that this story is delivering so far. Here we go. Let's check out this hole. What could go wrong? Oh, it is just a chest. I literally should have just gone down here. Scorching Pathway. Ooh. And some chipped night corners. Right, Scorching Pathway then. A new magic spell. This looks like fire related. It does light cast. It does nearly 60 damage on a light cast. 50 cost to manage, though. It's expensive. Creates a horizontal burning wave of fire which pierces through all targets. And the heavy cast is it creates a horizontal burning wave of fire which pierces through all targets, increasing in width and damage through longer charge time. Oh, holy shit. Let's try it. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's our normal fireball. And that's our new fire sword. Yes, fire blade. I love it. Before we head off to convince Fergus of Arthur's betrayal, however, let's talk to Alisa.
Well, you're back, but I see that you're alone. Surely a few mere bandits didn't outwit you.
Alright, easy, Tiger. I'm sorry, but your husband is dead.
He's... What? But you promised to return with him. And the bandits, didn't they want money? And his body? Surely you didn't just leave him there.
There was only a finger left.
Oh, gods. That's dreadful. My poor Duncan. Do you think he assumed I wouldn't send anyone for him and attempted to escape on his own? He could be so foolish. Sometimes I felt as though he had absolutely no faith in me. What am I going to do now? Returning to Camelot will be utterly insufferable.
At least you'll be the center of attention. Yep.
Indeed. Losing one's husband to bandits in the untamed South does have a certain novel tragedy compared to, say, a hunting accident. Even so, dealing with all those insincere well-wishers who secretly delight in my misfortune is utterly tiresome. I shall miss the simplicity we had here, fleeting as it was.
I don't know anything else. I'm sorry for your loss.
This is a nightmare. Ugh. I should begin packing, and something must be done about this house. Goodness, I don't even know where to begin. Would you like it? I could part with it for 500 gold coins. Does that sound reasonable for a house?
A very low amount. An entire house. They cost a lot more than that. You don't need to sell your house. Why can't you just stay here? You could easily buy a house like that for 300. Sure, that's a fair price. Give 300, give 500. It's an entire house, Alyssa. They cost a lot more than that. You don't need to sell your house. Why can't you just stay here? Well, that's a fair
Stay?
question.
And engage in what precisely? Have you not observed that I lack what one might call practical skills? Aside from my impeccable taste in fashion, that is. I suppose I could open a dressmaking parlor, but where would I even get the materials? Not to mention clientele.
I can help you with the materials. I tend to collect many different things.
Really? That would be absolutely marvelous. Well then, I guess I'll think about your offer. Now, would you be so kind as to excuse me? I must begin organizing Duncan's belongings. Indeed. Thank you ever so much.
You're welcome? My fair lady. Right. So my fair lady... Alisa is mourning. I should check back in a while. But I could use this time to gather some clothes she could work on. Ragged nobleman's doublé. Jesus. You know all these doublés and stuff that I've been throwing away and selling and stuff like that? Well, to be fair, I don't think I've ever come across a ragged nobleman's doublé all that very much. But, you know, there's always a first, I guess. Right, it's nighttime, and nighttime is a very good opportunity to harvest cobweb for the queen. Or, you know, crotch mandible queen. Because we have to go out actually into the wild a bit, I think. I don't think they really appear along the beaches very much. The hell was that? Funny noise. Anyway, we go up into the wilderness here. Hopefully we'll start seeing some of the little weirdy things. And skeletons. And other skeletons. Sorry. What the hell did I just been? The weird deer. At ease, boys. Well, I got one of them. Pathetic. Okay, so I found this shrine. Here, stag. Bar the shrine. Wonder if I can do it again. They all run off in different directions, though. I only got one of them. Oh well. Anyway, there doesn't appear to be any weirdy things around, so let's have a chat with Arthur. Sewal had a lot to say about you.
It was the most painful thing I heard. I didn't know. I had no idea this is what happened to him.
You didn't know, or you didn't want to
There
know?
were other things that required my attention.
Uh-huh.
We were losing the war. I was needed everywhere. I should have paid more attention to what Merlin was doing. I shouldn't have let go.
Regret. Anyway, good morning. Let's go and have a little chat with Vegas and see if we can convince him to go into Sewal's tomb. See what we did see. Hi. I've discovered something you need to know.
Really?
Oh, really?
And here I thought the Horns of the South had no secrets left to hide from me. But go ahead. Surprise me.
Sewal's tomb has a hidden entrance. You can meet him there.
Have I ever mentioned I'm not a big fan of your sense of humor? Now, tell me what you really want, or walk away. In silence, preferably.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Merlin's experiments on Sewal, so he never died. You just prefer to stay ignorant, that's your choice.
This isn't funny. I'm no Galahad, burning people at the stake for heresy, but I don't appreciate this kind of behavior either. Still, judging by the look on your face, you actually believe you stumbled onto something important.
Yeah.
All right then. I'll go and check it out. See what's got you so worked up. It might even be nice to get out of here for a change.
Yeah, watch out for the undead, though, yeah?
I saw what you wanted me to see. We need to talk. Honestly, I'm not sure what to think. Everything I believed has been seriously challenged. I need some time to get used to it. Why did you show this to me? Because it could be that I'd be better off not knowing. What they did to Sewal is unthinkable and absolutely unforgivable. What will the other keepers say? What will happen to the Horns of the South? And what about Camelot? Everything we believed was a lie.
What you believed and what you did with that belief are two entirely different things. You should put your faith in the future, not your past. I'll go with the top one.
You're right. In the end, it doesn't matter what Camelot was back then. What matters is what we are now.
Exactly.
And we did everything in our power to keep the South safe, and to keep our lighthouse on through every storm.
This will be the end of the Horns of the South. No young man will join our ranks when hundreds of years of our history are gurgling down the drain. You can create a new myth. Why would you create a new myth? That's weird.
Any ideas?
You're the fortress that stood up against Camelot's corruption and got rid of Galahad. You're the ones who found a way to forge peace with the tribes. Nobody believed it was possible. You didn't let the past break you. Decided to remake your own future. Well, you know, peace with the tribes is a good idea. Yeah. And that's probably not going to end well. So, give her the middle one.
It sounds better than the alternative. That we're a bunch of fools believing in children's fables of knightly honor, valor, and purity. We'll have to give everyone some hope to cling to after the truth about Sewal comes out. All right. I assume Brandon put you up to this, so you can go and congratulate him. He won. I'll support this case, if only for the safety and well-being of our boys. I don't have to like it one bit, but I can try to make it easier for the garrison.
Well, make of that what you will, I suppose. That pretty much ends the storyline, as it were. I can report to the captain that Vegas will join his side. Yeah. We'll track it, because I don't actually know where the captain is now. He moves around. I'm guessing he's probably up by the All-Mother statue. He is. Let's go and see him and see where this ends. In terms of the other quests that I've got, My Fair Lady, I gotta find a nobleman's double somewhere. Murder on Demand is an ongoing thing. Brothers in Arms is an ongoing thing. Corpse Eater Armor. While we're here, actually, let's go see if I can make that. It requires monster parts. And it's just a quest for the blacksmith here. It's nothing groundbreaking, I don't think. But let's see. Corpse Eater Rags. Yep. Corpse Eater Cat. Let's see. Craft. Hey, it worked. And the cap. Ha 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 ha. But I don't think I can make Corpse Eater. Do we even have the Corpse Eater everything else? I don't think I do. There we go. So I should talk to this guy now. Osprith. Hi, I made the armor.
Well, now, that's not half bad. Not half bad at all. Solid work, and you didn't skimp on the details.
Oh, thank you.
You've nailed the basics. So how about we try something a bit fancier, huh?
You don't get many visitors.
Not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe?
I just walked in, to be honest. I have this pin.
Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you.
You recognize it?
Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, Good for you.
You wouldn't be able to be a knight. Are you serious? I killed Galahad. Ah. Anyway. I suppose I could sell you that armor that I just made that's utterly useless for me. Oh, and this red priest stuff. And that. The flaming cloak's mine though, we can keep that. Okay, he said let's do something else, like a little bit more advanced, but then didn't do anything. So, whatever. Let's go and see the captain about the captain-y things. Captain Brummy, we're coming. There's a lot of this game that, like, is very armor-focused. Is very, like, all swords and axes and melees and arrows and bows and stuff like that. And there's, yes, don't get me wrong, there's lots of spells dotted around, but there isn't very much in the way of, like, wizard gear, mage sets. I'm still wearing the necromancer gear that we got very early on, and I did get a beekeeper dude's armor sets as well. He is very magic focused as well, to be fair. But still, that's only like 2 bits of armor in the entire first chapter. Why am I looking over there? Oh.
You're back. So, what news do you bring? Did you talk to Vegas?
Honestly, you're like one of the Chuckle brothers. For Vegas saw Sewal's tomb. He's pretty shaky.
Good. Just as I expected. I do feel for the boy. He really loved Camelot. Probably the last truly loyal keeper. But he had to know the truth. I knew his honor wouldn't let him hide it from the others in the Orns. Nicely done.
What now?
Now, I'll get One Eye, and together we'll go to the Orns with the good news. Not everybody will be happy about it, but that's for me to deal with. Those who don't support us will be released from their oath, and I'll ensure they're safe until they leave the South. After that, whatever they choose to do is up to them.
Let's go.
Brothers, today marks a new chapter in the history of the Horn to the South. Today, we put an end to fear and poverty. I understand your pain. I know you feel helpless in the face of the looming terror of the weirdness. Camelot has abandoned us, brothers. For years, they've given us no aid. All they do is take our resources, send us to senseless slaughter, and keep us in the dark.
It's lagging quite badly, isn't it, on these cutscenes?
Doesn't see us as equals. They've forgotten Sewal Firstfoot's legacy and the promise King Arthur made to us. We were meant to stand as equals. We were meant to be just as powerful as them. And all this time, do you know what they've done to the founder of the Horns of the South? For over 600 years, Sewal has been alive, forgotten by King Arthur and all of Camelot. You don't have to take my word.
Needs work.
Sewal's tomb is open. Go and see for yourselves. I say, enough. Enough of being fed a rotten myth that turned out to be one great lie. We swore loyalty to the torturers of one of the noblest knights to ever walk Avalon. I say, enough! We will no longer honor an oath made to dishonorable people. We won't let ourselves be exploited any longer. But, my brothers, I bring news. Galahad the Pure, the same Galahad who threatened to burn half our garrison at the stake, is dead.
You're welcome. Oh my god.
Galahad's death is our chance to break free from Camelot. Enough lies. No more risking everything for those who only know how to take. You're probably wondering, how can we protect the South on our own? How can we defend ourselves when Camelot comes to reclaim their slaves? Yes, that's what we are to them. I know the lockdown of the fortress surprised you, and for that, I truly apologize, but it was necessary to keep you from attacking our new allies, the Del Rita tribes, led
Riata, dumbass. Not the warmest of welcomes.
Brothers, I know. This must be a shock, especially since I didn't share my plans with you earlier. But hear me out. Thanks to this alliance between the Horns of the South and the Dal Riata tribes, we are securing the safety of the South and our independence from Camelot.
Well, it's a mixed reception.
The tribes will provide us with the military support our depleted ranks desperately need. The tribes will help us rid the South of the bandits who've plagued our people for years. Together, we'll share knowledge and resources to ensure a better future for all Southerners.
We will not drain your resources. In fact,
Oh, it's all gone all quiet.
replenish your armories and fill your pantries. We'll stand together, fighting side by side to bring peace and order back to the South. In return, all we ask is your loyalty. If you see a brother from the Dal Riata fight in the Camelotian, stand with our brother. That's all.
Of course, if anyone isn't in favor of this alliance, you have the right to leave the service. I declare a new era for the Horns of the South. Those who don't wish to help build this future are released from their oaths. To those who choose to stay, I promise a good life, and you won't face any more threats. Now, brothers, return to your duties and rest easy. The Horns of the South will endure, and soon we'll be stronger than ever before.
I love that some of the voice acting in that is clearly recorded in a cupboard at the developer's studios by like 3 dudes. It's amazing. Like the 2 people cheering. Hey, all right. Oh my god, that was a laggy mess, wasn't it? Yeah, that definitely needs some work on that. Yeah, okay, well there we go. I mean, I guess we go and see Captain Chuckle, brother. Now where would he be? Because we came in here before, but well, this is different. Ah, yeah, here we go. Here he is. Look at you with your nice roaring fire. I've done everything you asked for me. My turn.
What do you need?
I'm here for Excalibur.
Ah, right. See, the problem with Excalibur, or indeed any of King Arthur's blades, is that you need to prove you're worthy of wielding it. How are you supposed to do that? Hell knows. But if the pin that secured your entry to the Horns has led you here, I think I know what the one who gave it to you might have been thinking.
What do you mean?
You see, there are many different legends. According to one of them, there are a few places on Avalon where you can prove yourself worthy, whatever that means. And one of those places, as you can probably guess, is nearby.
The Archspire, by any chance?
Gong in the sunken village. Well, many years ago, when people still went to the woods for a shit instead of using a privy, it was part of a certain ritual. Only the people who passed the ritual could become keepers.
And what does this ritual involve?
None of the living keepers were recruited that way, so we don't really know what happens during the ritual. That's why Galahad now appoints keepers and the captain chooses them. It's just safer that way. I only know that you need to sound the gong and then lie down to sleep at its base. If you wake up, I mean, when you wake up again in the morning, you'll know you've been deemed worthy. Unfortunately, the gong is broken. So first, you'll need to find a way to fix it. And since it's made of weird steel, that's not going to be easy, is it? Fortunately, Oshbridge should be able to help you. A little bird told me he likes to play with weird steel when nobody's looking. Just tell him I sent you, and he won't give you any trouble.
If all of those recruits were worthy, why did none of them try wielding Excalibur?
Well, of course they tried. It turns out that the keepers who passed the ritual could hold it longer than anyone else. Maybe it'll be enough for what you need, and maybe something entirely different will happen. It's your risk and your decision.
Okay.
Go, and may the southern wind be in your favor. If you need anything from the old captain, you know where to find me.
Those voice lines were recorded at different times in different places by different equipment. It's quite funny. It's quite funny, but it's also, like, noticeable, you know what I mean? It's just like, why do you sound different all of a sudden? It's weird! It's unnerving! Yeah, so if I touch it, it will hurt me. There's a freaking big sword, though, isn't it? How is one supposed to wield that? I suppose if you're 8 foot tall like King Arthur, that helps, doesn't it? Weird steel, then. Okay. Yo. There's an ancient gong. Can you fix it?
Why would you want to fix it? Do you even know what it is?
Yes.
Take some advice from an old man. If there's a giant, ancient statue that somebody tried to turn to dust, they must have had a good reason for it.
I need to repair it.
Well, if you put it that way, then I suppose I have to tell you the truth. Otherwise, the terror from the sea will bite me in the ass while I bathe. Of course I can fix it. I've been doing this kind of thing since I could swing a hammer. It's a skill we pass down from master to apprentice, generation to generation. Nothing fancy, just good old blacksmith.
You love to talk, don't you?
Obviously, though, you'd have to bring me a couple things so that I can actually do it.
Of course. Right, Obris needs some components. The broken gong. And cobweb. Well, okay. I'll go get the broken gong. Where the hell is that? They said the sunken village, didn't they? Oh, right. Over there. Leaking. Let's go get it. Jesus, what a welcoming committee, huh? Right, I probably need their bits, because I need to make festering armor as well. And that's usually made of, like, you know, monster parts, right? Anyway, the gong. That's over here. Looks like I'm going for a swim. Wait, wasn't Thingy-Majiggy over here? Yes, I remember. Thingy-Majiggy. From the Spiffing Brits video. The guy you can attack forever, who is absolutely indestructible and invulnerable, and you can literally eat up all your stats and your abilities just by attacking him over and over again. Yes, this game is perfectly balanced and completely bug-free. Hey, how you doing? Bob!
Oh, a wanderer in the sunken village. You must be lost.
No.
Back in the day, you just needed to look at the stars and you'd know where you were going. Now, even they are misplaced.
Yeah. The monsters here don't attack you?
Monsters? I think you misunderstand. I don't see any monsters here. Only lost villagers, still clinging to their home.
Well, aren't you a freaking peach?
But as you can see, not much depends on us. The world just keeps on happening. And you happen along with it. They were given some time, which they've tried to use as much as they could. That's all. I'm glad they allow me to stay here despite what happened. I like this place.
You're not afraid of this place?
It's the cycle of life. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you're afraid, it means you're struggling with something too much, my friend. Sometimes you just need to sit and look. Watch everything turn.
Do you need anything?
I have everything I need. The entire world in one place.
Who are you?
I guess I'm just an old man listening to the sound of the sea.
You're a hob.
Every wave carries a story, you know. Some are whispers, others are roars. I like to think they're keeping me company. Long ago, I decided to wait for something to happen. So I'm waiting.
Yeah. Waiting for what?
For what's ahead of me. And I can feel that it's closer than ever. everything that's around us, it's not yet the end. And that thought really bothers me.
Okay.
Before you go,
Okay.
I would like to ask you one thing. Who are you?
Just myself?
I understand. I see you. I hear you. And I have a feeling that you will find what you are looking for. Farewell. And thank you for visiting me, my friend. You can come keep me company whenever you want. The sunsets here are beautiful.
Thanks, Hob. Okay. Take the broken gong. There's also a shrine over there. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, another druidic shrine. Make an offering. Give a wolf claw. There you go. Alright, I got your freaking gong through thingamajiggy. Here.
How did you, oh, forget it. I don't even want to know. Just give me a moment. Here. That should do it. Do whatever you need to, if you're really sure about this. But please try to come back alive.
Careful, it almost sounds like you care. Is there anything I should know?
I have nothing to tell you. I could try to talk you out of it, but I'm guessing that wouldn't work.
Okay, bye. Back to the beach. Here we go. Fix. Interact. Gosh, the freaking Shah-Halud. What the hell? Okay. Well. I thought they were body parts for a second, but they look like they're just roots. One must be proven worthy by not falling down the cracks. Resume. Okay. Mendir? What are the Mendir? We haven't really heard much about the Mendir since the beginning of the game. You know, hello.
Who dares disturb my peace?
Me, bitch, unless you want to slap in the face with some magic.
Never to summon me again.
Did I? Forgive me, my lord. I want to be deemed worthy. Touch the Excalibur. Excalibur? Or say, Excalibur, wait, is it really you? You who came from time beyond, show yourself before me. I'd let the game do it, but it just seems to stop doing voices every now and again. Do I know you? It seems he speaks to me, allows me to answer him. Welcome, old friend. I can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Give me. That's what you told me, my friend. The next time we see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place. Even in this incomplete form. Where should I look for myself? I wish to restore Avalon to its former glory, yet I don't know how. It's a shame this bit isn't voice acted. I think that's good. Avalon's fate has never rested upon one person alone, even one as great as King Arthur. Yet here you are, trying again, restless and eager to take responsibility again. I salute you, my friend. Tell me what I must do to be worthy to lead Avalon once more. Do not think I have the strength. Your path is true. Seek wholeness, and Avalon will reveal what it needs from you. And yes, you need to touch Excalibur. Touch it. Touch it. Thank you, my friend. And you, mortal! You have given yourself to the king's service. You're worthy of a place among the keepers of the south. Thank you! Arthur, take out your sword and fear no failure. Yours to take. It always was. Deem you worthy, my friend. The promise I gave thy mother is fulfilled, and thus your pact is ended. You know where to look for your soul. Trust yourself. And when you reach your journey's end, trust you will make the right choice. Yes. Yeah, version 1 is going to add so much more oomph and atmosphere to all this stuff. Well, I hope it does. You know, that'll be the whole bloody point of it, really, won't it? If it doesn't, it's kind of like, well... It's still all janky and stuff. What the hell's going on? Okay, well, the gong is all mended. Let's go and touch Excalibur. Here we go. Oh, no. 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 Okay, hang on. Okay, I've got some potions here that I can have that give me extra health. Restores health. Restores. Increase max health. Rejuvenation potion. This is for 60 seconds. Greatly reduce HP. No, we don't want that. Okay, let's try again. Here we go. Ow. Ow. Oh, did it. Oh, everything's on fire. Things are bad. Oh, wait. There he is. He just pulled that sword out of some dead bodies. That's not a stone. After a long fight.
Oh, awaken thee, once and future king.
That was the intro. Now the real game starts. Now, I got another soul fragment, is that right? The sword.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command.
Yep. Bind the soul to the stone.
I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
I think that's it.
He was the fire that forged order from chaos. He was the hand that lifted kingdoms, the will that carved a path through darkness.
Did it. Alright. So... Oh, hello.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom, for Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for this.
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time, and resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Well. The proverbial plot becomes viscous. Damn. Okay. Oh, shit. More stuff.
Now, I remember.
Of course you do, you git. So you knew all about it.
Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do.
It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer, only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work, to find something that could really turn the tide in our favor. So, what did he come up with to win the war? You really think that experimenting on your men was justified? You agreed to lie to your people about your role in all of this? So spicy. What was it anyway? I'm more curious about that. I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. Started experimenting on the Four Dwellers. The enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them. Wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair?
So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness. And in the end, he did.
What?
He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me.
And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped. The banners were raised. And the kingdom stood safe. Does victory erase the price you paid for it?
That's the question, isn't it? I keep thinking about Sewal. He was ready to pay the ultimate price for what we were fighting for.
And I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning. That he had given his life for Avalon. And now, after all these years, finding him like this. Told myself I carried the weight of my... But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did. Well, if you had a good night's sleep, you definitely didn't. Generally the way to tell. Can you sleep? If no, something's bothering you.
You've seen something you wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed.
Oh, it's you!
What did it show you this time?
Bad things. Very, very bad things. Merlin and Arthur.
Merlin and his obsession with the weirdness. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win.
You know more than you're letting on. Can you start making sense?
A prototype for Merlin's latest idea. Immortality. Me and Sewal, the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness. And turn our king into a monster.
Why didn't you fight back?
Fight back? Against who? Merlin? The king? You don't fight gods when you're just a pawn on their board. You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up their mess. That's what I do. What I've always done.
Did Arthur know what was happening?
Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win. And desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar. Even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as approving it.
You didn't end up like Sewal.
Sewal was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky. But to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor, don't you think?
I assume you still want something from me? I spoke with Arthur. He said he had to do it, or humanity would be lost. Ooh, shall I tell him? I've never actually told him that Arthur's in my head. So, you know, this will be interesting.
Of course he'd say that. There's always a scapegoat and a convenient excuse for men like him. But it doesn't absolve him. Not when he was the one who unleashed this madness on all of us. He wanted victory, no matter the cost. And when you want something that badly, you stop looking too closely at what's being done in your name. And, after all, who said we were supposed to win this war? Who said we were supposed to survive?
Yeah. I assume you still want something.
You've seen what they did. What he did. And that's not the end of the story. It's not the extent of their sins. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I alone, if you decide to defy me, can end the cycle. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many times to believe the cycle will be broken before it happens. But know this. Once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness will all return. And when that moment comes, I'll be there. Whether to stand with you or step over you. The choice is yours. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for both of you.
If I'm going to fix this, I need to know where to start. If you think I'll let you decide Arthur's fate, you're wrong. If I'm going to fix this...
Start. You've already started. But if you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The menhir there is failing. The weirdness swallowing what's left of the village. You will need to find another artifact. The shield our king gave to Palamedes. He was one of the king's finest. A voice of reason amidst the madness. But it didn't save him or his legacy from what they had coming. Find the shield. And then, well, we will meet again. We'll see if your perspective changes.
Well, my perspective is very much firmly in the camp that Arthur was an absolute cockbag and probably needs to die in order to, well, fucking restore this world. Because I suspect the weirdness and everything shite going on here is pretty much tied to the fact that he has goddamn Horcruxes all over the place that's keeping him alive, sort of. You know? He's going down. And I've just got the spells to do it. Wah wah. Well, let's have a look, see what that does. That gives us the... I should head to Kunacht to find the Shield of Palamedes. The Kunacht is very much, I believe, off the map. And that, therefore, leads us to the end of this part, at least, of the series. Now, I could spend a while walking around in the wilderness, picking up cobwebs, or finding that rag double thingy for Milady over there. But, yeah. Let's be honest, I think we've got the nitty-gritty out of the way, and that is very much the busybody stuff, and, well, who cares? We'll find out what happens when I reboot the series after 1.0 comes out. Hopefully, anyway. That's going to be all from Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I certainly have. And hopefully I will see you next time for a continuation of this, I gotta say, pretty freaking cool story so far. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.